Today is Thursday, November 12th, and we will be going over lesson number 3, which is expanded notation and algebraic methods of multiplication. So there's two new ways that we're going to go over and models as far as for ways for you to solve multiplication problems. Our next slide is our learning targets. Okay, I can use expanded or algebraic notation to demonstrate partial products in multiplication, 2-digit by 1-digit factors. And on our next slide is going to be kind of an area model review from yesterday. Okay, so for our area model review, you've got a Jamboard assigned to you. Okay, so it should be assigned to you by your teacher, and when you click on it, this is what it looks like. It's got the 3 times 26. Okay, so there's just one problem on here, and that's our review. So we're going to pause for a few minutes. I want you to use the area model that we worked on yesterday to solve this particular problem. Okay, and we're going to pause for a few minutes for that. And if you need help with the strategy to solve this particular problem right here, if we go back to our slides, if you click on this little button, this will bring up a video. You click on the help button, that'll bring up a video that demonstrates with a different problem how to solve it using the area model. You also can, if you copy the website right here, this web address right here, this would actually do the same thing. It will bring up a short video showing you how to solve a similar problem. Okay, so you've had an opportunity to work on that problem on your Jamboard, 3 times 26, using the area model. If you take a look, what's happened here is that the 26 has been decomposed, basically broken apart to be 20 plus 6, because they are equivalent. We broke it apart to be 20 plus 6 because these are easier numbers to work with. Okay, and over here you have the 3. And what happened was the 20, we multiplied by the 3. We did it in that first rectangle, and we got an answer of 60. And in the second box, we multiplied the same 3 times 6, and you get 18. And then these are partial products. And then we just add those partial products up to get our final answer. You get the final product, which is 78. We just wrote 78 right here. So if you did it this way, you did it correctly. All right, so next, guys, on our next slide, we're gonna look at the expanded notation. Now, this is actually the same as page number 11 in your math binder. So this is the same as page number 11 in your math binder, and it just goes over the different steps to make the expanded notation. So we start out as 26 times 3, or we could say 3 times 26, and you'll see I've got the 26 times 3 right here, and what I've done is I've broken apart the decomposed the 26 to be 20 plus 6 times 3. And here you'll see I took at the very top, I just decomposed that 26 over here, 20 plus 6 and times 3. That does not, I don't need to decompose that. So now I've got 20 plus 6 times 3. Okay. That's our first step. And then what I've done was using the distributive property, I'm able to multiply the 3 times the 6 first. I'm able to multiply that 3 times the 6 first, and that's going to give me 18. Next, see my 18 right here, I'm able to multiply using the same distributive property the 3 times the 20, and I just put my answer right here. So the 3 times the 20, I put it right here. And the next step is going to be these are considered partial products, okay? So these are partial products, so that means that it's only part of my answer. So now I'm able to add those partial products up to get my final product. So 18 plus 60 is 78. So what I've done with this slide is just to compare and contrast. So I've got the area model that we started working on previously. And this is the expanded notation method using the same problems as 3 times 26. So the area model, of course, is on this side, and the expanded notation is over here. I just want to give you a few minutes just to examine those two strategies, and you're going to be able to determine, which one is, are you more comfortable with, which one gives you the correct answer. All right, so next, on our next slide, we're going to bring up that same expanded notation, which shows basically an up and down version of it. It's a vertical version. And on the right side, I have the algebraic notation, which basically it is using the same expanded notation, but it's, instead of going up and down vertical, it is going horizontal from left to right. It's going horizontal. And I'm taking my same number. This is the exact same problem, 26 times 3. So with the algebraic over here, I just took the 26 and I broke it apart, just like I did on this one, 20 plus 6, multiplied by the same number times 3. And then I'm able to say, okay, well, the first part, I'll say 3 times 20, and then in parentheses, and then I'll just add that to the 3 times 6, okay? And then I'm multiplying each one inside of the parentheses. So the 3 times 20 is 60, which is the same as this, and the 3 times 6 is 18, which is the same as what I have over here for the partial products. And then my last step is to add them up. Now, those steps are also on page number 13. So these steps are on page number 13 for the algebraic notation method. Okay, so for our next slide, we're actually going to get some practice using the expanded notation and also the algebraic notation. So you've got a Jamboard, Google Jamboard, that has been assigned to you by your teacher in Google Classroom that you're going to be able to work with. Now, this is also the same problems are going to be on page 17. Page 17 inside of your math binder. And I'm going to, when you go to the Jamboard, it looks like this. And again, it's the same as page 17. So you got, there are two problems. Well, actually, there are three on here. So this is number 1, 5 times 66. And this is number 2, 9 times 57. And this is the bottom part of page number 17. And here it says use the solve using the expanded notation method or the algebraic notation method to show partial products. Then check your work using the area model. All right, so those are the instructions for the first one. And the second one, you're also going to use the, you're going to be able to choose the algebraic notation or the expanded notation, and also check and using the area model, okay? And here you are going to be able to choose whatever strategy you want to show partial products for this particular word problem. And remember to do your cubes on this, okay? And if you need a reminder on how to do, or you need help on how to do the expanded or the algebraic, let's go back here. And you see the help buttons on this particular slide. If you click on the one for expanded notation here, it will bring up a little short video demonstrating, showing you how to do the expanded notation. And right here is a short video that you can click on that'll show you how to do the algebraic notation, okay? So we'll pause for a few minutes and give you an opportunity to go through and work on these problems. So you've had an opportunity to work on those three problems. So now I'm just going to give you an opportunity to take a look at my answer key for these. So right here on number 1, you see the answer is 330. This is the expanded notation method I've got here. And over here, I've got the area model. So I checked it using the area model on this one. And you can pause this as often as you like to take notes on it or to make corrections on yours. And then I'll go on to our next one. And here I've got the area model on this side. And again, I've got the algebraic notation right here. The answer was 513. This is showing your work, and this is what we're going to be expecting to see from you. Pause this video as often as you need to make changes to yours if need be. And lastly, you've got the, I chose the area model to be able to solve this one, and the answer 235. As your independent work is going to be also assigned to you on Google Classroom, by your teacher, but it's also the same as page number 19 in your book. So it's also the same as page number 19 in your book. And after you made your attempts to solve it on Google Classroom or in your book, if you're having trouble, you can click on, if you want, just a reminder about how to do the expanded notation. You need help, or the algebraic notation. When you click on these help buttons, it'll bring up a little short video showing you how to use the algebraic notation or the expanded notation. And our very last slide here is just explaining to you about your independent work. Just remember to complete the Jamboard activity. That was also the same as page number 19 in your binder. And also a reminder about Dreambox. Make sure to complete at least 5 lessons per week in Dreambox, which would also be 1 per day.